So here we are again. We have to figure out what we want to do for our celebration with them.
Oh man, we go through this every year, don't we?
Well, let's think about all the things TRiO has done this year.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get on.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go away.
Wow. Did we really do all of
I
that?
know, right? So many things.
We've had such a busy year.
Yeah, you know our students, they really are awesome.
So, should we do a video that shows all of that?
Ooh!
Mm.
It's TRiO's 30th birthday here at KVCC. We should do a video highlighting sort of TRiO history.
Oh, totally. Yes, like a birthday party smash. That would be an awesome way to celebrate our students.
We could talk to some of the people who were here way back in like when TRiO's early days.
Yeah.
I bet like Karen and Teresa would have some really great.
So my connection with the TRiO program that lives at KVCC was back in 1993 when we were awarded a TRiO grant for the very first time. It was written by a woman, her name was Kathy Moore. Dr. Moore was the Dean of Students at the time, and Kathy had such a strong passion for student services and taking care of students and trying to help them get through to completion. So she was the author of both of those grants and was the first technical director of the TRiO grant.
So I joined the TRiO program in 1997, so they were just coming to like the end of their first grant cycle. It used to be 4 years back then. And so they'd been on campus for about 3 years. At that point it was Karen was the director, and Charlotte Warren was our math science specialist, Gail Shea was our English specialist, and then me. And so we were 4 people, and we were just kind of trying to figure things out. We had multiple locations around campus.
So your locations in your offices.
Oh my goodness.
My favorite location was probably when I was in room 118.
In 118 King Hall.
So I kind of had my corner of the office. She had
Little space.
Yeah, and so we had all kinds of little dividers up there trying to create the illusion of offices.
But it was neat because we really got to know the students, even if we weren't, if they weren't interested in transfer. As we became known that it wasn't just a program for students who maybe needed some academic help, but that it was a program for those students who, I think we helped the KVCC community understand, what being a first generation student meant and how that could be a hurdle for some place if you don't have somebody who guides you. So it's really been neat because I think that is how they've become, TRiO has become seen as that program that helps students that are new to college. Most times it was the end of year celebration.
Yeah.
And,
when we walked into commencement, we'd all robed up there.
Yeah.
And we would have our pockets filled with M&Ms and whatever else we could fit in there. And we would sit in the very back row behind the faculty, and then we were one hootin' and howlin' machine back
That's
there. Every
awesome.
time a TRiO student would come across the stage to get their diploma from the president, it was President Woodley at the time, you know, we'd be in that back row just causing a whole lot of commotion.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Teresa and I traveled a lot together. We went to grant writing workshops.
Karen and I had flown to a conference it was a conference in Los Angeles.
But we had a gentleman sitting with us. We had 3 seats in a row.
We had the weirdest seatmate. I mean, this guy was one of those guys you don't want to be beside on a plane. And so poor Karen was right next to him.
Who had brought every food item imaginable. So he had a meatball sandwich, and he had salads, and he had snacks, and every like 15 minutes he'd get up and he'd get his bag out.
And he proceeded to eat his way. I mean, he had like this duffel bag full of like McMuffins and an entire meatball sub, and I mean, he just ate for like 4 hours. And you know, we got off the plane. He was a little combative with the flight attendant at one point, so we're like, okay, phew, you know.
And talked a lot during the flight. I love you, Teresa.
The things we do for our students.
For me, watching the TRiO grant was having Lisa Black come on as the director when she did. What Lisa and Landy and you and Michelle and Laurel have done is to create that sense of cohort, which we struggled with in the beginning, trying to get students to identify with being a TRiO student. And what did that mean? And I think you guys, hands down, have been. And I think it was that point when I watched the TRiO grant blossoming under Lisa's leadership. I think it was that point when I really fully grasped. Yeah, there had been stories along the way, but I think it was then that I really fully grasped the power of this grant and the things that it could do for students. So thank you very much. You guys have done a great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great job. You know, our students and some of the challenges, you know, in terms of being single parents or traveling. You know, geez, I live an hour from campus. Or just the financial burden of being the fact that the students at this college are full of purpose and grit. You know, we use that word all the time, but they've got that ability to pick themselves up, brush themselves off, ask for help when they think they need it, and support each other. And I think that it truly does take a village to get a college degree, for sure.
You know, and it's one of those things. I think the best thing about being at KVCC, the wonderful part about being with TRiO for 15 years, is that you know, at the end of the day, when I retire from here, and I will retire from here, unless Karen fires me. You hear me, Karen? I want to retire from here. But at the end of the day, you know what you do matters, and you know that you help people. And you know that the people that you help go on to help other people.
Thank you, and congratulations to all of your students who have experienced some success, whether it is graduation or whether it is, hey, I made it through a year. So congratulations.
All right.
Thanks, Sandra.
Oh my gosh, and think of all the things TRiO has done over the years. I mean, there are so many things we could highlight in the video.
Like all the pushes that we've done over
Oh
the
my
years.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Those are so much work, but they're so worth it,
So
right?
worth it, yeah.
I remember when we did the giant beach ball. We came in and we had to have it blown out. It was like 10 feet across, and how we had a hard time like getting it from one place to another. And when it went off over into the field, we had to go chase it.
No one knew where it was.
No one knew where it was.
Things
It's like, how did we lose track of this massive ball? And it was going.
That's right. Yeah.
And how about the kazoos?
The kazoos,
kazoos.
yeah, the eye of the tiger, right?
Life-size shoes and ladders.
Right.
Shoot
We
the ladders.
did it on like a big tarp.
Yeah,
Hannah painted it.
All I have to say is pizza oven.
Ooh, pizza oven. Yes. How you doing? Have you
I'm-
recovered from that trauma?
I mean, my eyebrows are still kind of growing a little bit, but that was definitely a long time. Oh man, the confetti cannons.
The confetti
I don't think
cannons.
we can surprise our students coming into TRiO more. than
Pow.
confetti
Yeah.
cannons.
And then letting off the balloons,
The balloons,
at the end.
yeah.
Make a bunch of balloons.
Yeah.
Selfie scavenger hunts. And we need to include our awesome leadership class.
The leadership class, right?
We really put our students through their paces in that course.
Yeah, we sure did.
They really step up though.
Yeah. And along those lines, we really need to showcase all the initiatives, clubs, and activities our students have been involved with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're so impactful.
Mhm.
And some of them have lasting impacts on the college. Like, for instance, the KV Food Pantry.
Yeah, right.
The Veterans Lounge was another one.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I just remember, oh man, this was great. When Hannah did the astronomy night at
That was
night.
so much fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
up at the other campus,
Yeah.
up in the gazebo there. That was
Great
very
time.
cool.
Great
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Laurel spearheaded the celebration of poetry, which we did again this year, and they make chapbooks out of it.
Yeah, what?
Where is Laurel anyway? Laurel? Anyway.
Yeah, and weren't there some 5Ks that our students were involved with?
Superhero 5Ks,
5Ks,
right? It helped out
right.
the food pantry. They raised a lot, so that was great memories.
Costumes. Yep.
It was a beautiful day, I remember. Our students have done a lot.
Yeah.
It's really great. It really is.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Our students rock.
I feel like there's more. What else should we include?
What about all of the awesome trips and activities we've done with the students?
Yes, videos.
lot.
Videos we
So many
captured.
road trips we've been on.
But I feel like there's more. I feel like we've done more. What are some other things we should include?
Oh, a big one. The end of year celebrations.
Yes, yes.
of course.
Those are the best.
Yeah, but then we had to get really creative when COVID hit.
Right,
Sometimes.
right. Because we couldn't come in, so we had to do a virtual celebration in 2020.
Came
Yeah.
out really good. You know, it didn't
It
stop us
really
from
did.
celebrating. You know,
We made an
That's
awesome, you made an awesome video.
Well,
for
thank you.
that too.
Yeah.
That whole Brady Bunch style
Yeah.
Yeah.
photo frames.
And the next year we still couldn't gather inside. So we did it as a drive-in movie concept, which was inspired.
Yeah, we did that for a few years, right?
3 years.
Yeah, that was
past
awesome.
3 years.
Yeah.
And we made all of those really fun videos for all the different celebrations. We should show some of those. Some
I
pieces of
know.
those.
The new cushion chairs are red velvet.
Red chair? You say you have a red chair?
Uh-huh. Say again.
We have a red chair.
Put your head between your knees.
Shotgun.
Yeah.
Shotgun. Hand
Waves.
clap.
You know where I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun.
Hand
Waves.
clap.
Wave snaps and claps,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yep.
Good time.
I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Somebody sing your song 'cause you've been singing in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing.
We have a very serious problem on our campus. We've had reports of cult-like behavior and activities going on around the campus, especially in the north end of the King Hall building.
So now we have to produce a video for this year's celebration. How are we going to include everything that we just talked about?
I got this, guys. I got this.
The communities we serve are the voices that make us who we are. We are Kennebec Valley Community College. We are TRiO.
And now, live from Kennebec Valley Community College.
TRiO Celebration 2024.